I have not been paying attention to chat. There
No one
doesn't
in there?
appear to be anyone in there.
There isn't.
I did the same stupid thing again.
GG.
Wow, I'm bad. Got a better idea for how to do that in one room.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm now streaming because I actually finished redoing everything.
Ah, we've found it at last! With this, the ultimate magic is...
Ominous Crow, partner to Bahamut and holder of the Black Mage Asterisk. Formerly a lieutenant commander of the Eternian Sky Knights. He bears an enduring grudge against women. His explosive personality wins him few friends among his comrades, but none would deny his skill with fire magic. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Ding dong! Delivery for Ominous Crow! Good grief, you'd better be grateful for this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
What in the... An earthquake! It's a big one!
Ah! Where is everyone? You? Magnolia? Tiz? Oh no, the stairs! Even my muscles are no match for this.
You know, I think most people would realize that without even trying.
Tiz, you're all right!
No good, sir. There's no sign of an exit on this side either.
You! And Magnolia! Oh, what a relief.
I wouldn't get too relieved. It would seem we're trapped.
Trapped? What about the others?
They're fine. Ominous and his party are resting just over there.
I see. Well, first things first. Let's deliver the food.
Actually, one pixel off.
About that, Idia. We were thinking it might be better to keep quiet about the food for now.
I have to agree, sir. We split up to search for a way out, but there was none to be found.
We can hope the townspeople will send a rescue party, but that won't happen until they realize we've gone missing. We may want to hold on to that extra food until we really need it.
Ominous and Bahamut aren't likely to be that patient. Not to mention Artemia.
I think I'm gonna give up on this for the
Alright.
moment.
We'll keep it a secret for now. Come on, you. Help me hide it.
So you said you're done streaming for now?
Yeah.
Ominous unfair. Not fit for leadership. Artemia not follow.
Artemia Venus, the Wild Wolf, holder of the Ranger Asterisk, youngest of the Venus Sisters, and formerly of the Bloodrose Legion, with whom Idia and her allies did battle. Be not fooled by her cuddly appearance, for this soft exterior hides a fierce heart that sings most keenly when battling to the death. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
What did you say? Why, you impertinent little...
Food should be shared. Equal. Fair.
Why should I have to share my food with the hired help? Ah! Don't you worry, Bahamut. I'll make sure enough is set aside for you, too.
Bahamut more understanding than Ominous. Food must share. What are you two bickering about?
Who? Idia! What are you doing here?
Delivering your garbage. Says right here. Foodstuffs for the Ominous party. Idia have new job? Grand Marshal's daughter delivery girl? Lux and dark economy very harsh. I'm not a... Ugh! This is just a favor I'm doing for someone.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but did something happen to my dad?
Oh. You must be the delivery man's son.
Halavash, that's quite the family resemblance.
I'm Jambalaya. Master Ominous hired me in Unohana.
Same for me. My name's Risotto.
I'm Paella. Please tell us what happened to Jambalay's father. We've known him since we were all kids.
Just a little accident. A sprained ankle has him out of commission, so we came to make his delivery.
That's all, is it?
Yep, he's fine. No need to worry. In fact, we're supposed to contact him with any additional orders when we get back, so... I'm sure when we don't show up, he'll realize something's happened and send help.
That's true. We can count on my dad.
You said you weren't here to deliver some food, right? Well, hand it over. Finally, a decent meal.
Ominous eat too much. Not fair.
Every meal, he always serves himself and that Dagon there, Bahamut, more than any of the rest of us.
He barely leaves a mouthful for us and Miss Artemia.
Didn't I tell you to hand over the food? Hurry it up! I'm starving here!
It's even worse than I thought it might be. We'd better keep quiet about that food for a little while yet.
Yes, and it seems they've all eaten recently, even if it wasn't that much.
Oh, about that. You see, Ominous, the food we brought got buried under the rubble. Sorry.
What? Didn't you come here to deliver food? What kind of delivery girl are you? Oh, the miserable... You're just as useless as the day we met!
Oh. Murker.
You're welcome to the food we have left, though there's not much.
Thank you. The offer alone is more than enough. Everyone must be worn out. Why don't we all just call it a night?
I'm in charge around here. I say when we call it a night, not you.
Yes, of course, Master Ominous, sir. Won't you consider turning in for the night?
Don't you take that attitude with me. No one is to rest until I say...
Those two, of course, just fall asleep to screw with Ominous.
All right. You may all sleep now.
I'll be right back.
Having trouble sleeping?
Yeah. I've just been thinking. Like you said, it looks like the food we hid is going to end up being very important. Artemia said that any food ought to be split evenly among everyone here.
But it seems Ominous is taking the lion's share for him and his pet.
He's never been a great leader, but I'd hope at least...
Well, he is the one funding this expedition and everything.
I know that, but still...
At this rate, those two will probably end up at each other's throats, and soon.
And when that happens...
It's getting cold. Come on, let's try to get some sleep.
Yeah. Good night, Tiz.
Keep trying, Bahamut. You're nearly there. Bah! Bah!
What was that noise just now? Ominous, what are you doing?
Idiot! Are you blind? Any idiot could see we're training. Look, we don't know if anyone will ever come for us. Bahamut mastering the ultimate monster magic might be our only chance of getting out of here!
The ultimate monster magic?
Getting tired, little buddy. Why don't you get yourself some rest? Looks like a crash course isn't gonna cut it. Hey, you grunts! It's time to eat! Chop, chop!
Of course, Master Ominous. Right away.
Is this a joke? What are these scraps?
But we're almost out of supplies. If we don't ration ourselves...
How many times do I have to say it? Bahamut is to be kept happy and full. What part of that can't you understand? Hand over your shares, too. Come on. Hey, don't you give me that look.
Ominous tyrant. Poor Bahamut. Bad master. Everyone have life. All life equal.
Equal, you say? Don't be ridiculous! Nothing could be further from the truth! If someone is to survive, it should be the most skilled, the most able, the ones the world needs most! Hey, don't give our food to Idia and her slacker friends too! They're not even working for us!
But sir...
No, it's fine. He's right. Don't worry about us.
Yes, we'll manage.
Eat this. Artemia share hers. Thanks, Artemia. I'd be honored to share with you.
Please, have some of mine, too.
And mine.
Fools! Do whatever you want! Just don't come groveling to me when you're hungry later! Bahamut and I won't be sharing.
Anyways, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Looks like there's only enough left for one more meal.
Indeed. We can hold out for a couple of days, but if a rescue party doesn't come soon...
Wow, look at you, Bahamut!
Apparently the average view duration for my stream was 22 minutes, which implies only 2 people ever joined the stream.
No one will deny that you're a cute one, Bahamut.
It might have considered you joining on your phone. I don't know.
Hey,
Maybe.
what was
But
that
like the viewer graph
ultimate
only showed
monster
one
magic you
person.
were talking about?
What?
Yeah.
Why should I have to tell you anything?
I mean, I watched the
Throw
entire
us in the
time.
hole for going up against a ball.
More or less. Not that you have any right to ask.
We've traveled all over and never heard of such a thing. What's the name of this spell?
Femto.
Huh? Femto?
Femto Flare. The ultimate monster magic. Femto Flare! When the Grand Marshal assigned us to those silly teams, I got stuck with that strange old man. He's the one who said I might be able to release the power of Femto.
And if you can, it might get us out of here? So how do you use it?
Idiot! You think it's that easy? We're talking about ultimate magic here!
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Talking to you is just making me hungrier.
Shake coming! Big one! No more shake for now. Chance to rest. Thanks, Artemia. You're on a whole nother level as usual. How do you sense these things? You don't know yourself? I see. Speaking of which, why did you become Ominous's bodyguard? Get Ominous great magic. Get Ominous stronger and stronger. Ah, you wanted to test yourself against Ominous at his strongest, huh? Oh, Idia, read mind. True girl power. Respect. Nope, you haven't changed a bit. Or maybe a little. Ominous's assistants are really fond of you. They look up to you more than Ominous, it seems. Them honest. They sure are. Them, all from Yunohana. Yunohana parents take care of Artemia. Artemia owe much.
Miss Artemia, do you really think we'll get out of here alive?
Artemia not know.
Don't you worry, Risotto. My dad's on his way right now. I'm sure of it. He must be headed here with an enormous rescue party even as we speak. Why, any hour now.
Exactly. Try to keep your chin up.
I will.
You Artemias. Artemia protect Artemia's own. Right.
We've been through worse, but for these poor kids, this is as rough as it gets.
I'm afraid so.
Love watching a bunch of cutscenes, it's fun.
What do you want? Calling it a day already? I'm starved. We still had some food left, right?
Bahamut ate the last of what we had!
Well, what are you looking at me like that for? Listen up, you ingrates! I'm saying this for the last time. I'm the one paying your wages here, and Bahamut is my trusted
God, I hate
partner.
Ominous so much in
He's the
this.
second most important member of this expedition. Perhaps even the most important. Brr?
No understand. Give it a break, Ominous. Yelling is only gonna make you hungrier.
You're one to talk, idiot! You're the one who went and lost our extra food!
Yes, Master Ominous, it's all my fault. Forgive me for even breathing. As much as I'd love to stay awake and get yelled at some more, I'm gonna hit the sack. Night-night!
Ominous is literally starving the rest of his party because he wants to learn
Don't you dare!
more magic. It's not a joke. He's the only one that doesn't understand that starving everybody is gonna, make everybody hungrier.
Oh, the impertinent!
You awake?
Yeah. Looks like we can't hold out much longer, huh? You agree with Artemia about the food, don't you, Idia? Unless
it's true. About Femtoflare.
Right. Magic that can stop a ball? It's intriguing, but from Ominous...
D'accord, I must say that I'm intrigued. Magnolia, you're awake too? And you?
Yes, I'm also awake and equally interested.
I know it sounds good, but with the situation being what it is...
Maybe we should just get some sleep.
Yeah. So... hungry.
Bahamut! Don't eat my hood! Are you serious? It's all covered in slobber.
Morning. Ooh, looks like your day's off to a rough start, Ominous.
And I've got you to thank for it. If only you hadn't lost that food.
That again? You know, no one likes a nag. Nag, undisciplined. No one like Ominous.
Ouch.
Master Ominous, I'm afraid that we've finally reached the end of our food stores.
So this watery gruel is the last thing I'll ever taste? Ugh. And what do you think you're doing serving yourselves, huh? You should be giving every scrap you have to Bahamut.
That's it. I can't take any more of this.
Unfair, narrow-minded, cowardly, incompetent. Ominous never learn.
And neither do you. Always going on about how people are equal, how life should be fair. Balderdash!
Will this do, Master Ominous? It's the last we have.
Then hand it here! Bahamut, come here, fella! I've got your brekkie right here! Come on, Bahamut! What are you waiting for? Go on, eat! What's wrong with you, Bahamut?
Ominous, give it a rest. Even Bahamut is feeling guilty.
You don't understand anything. Femto Flare is the ultimate monster magic. We have no hope of using it without Bahamut.
You mean that's why you wanted him to have all that food? But even if Bahamut survives, what good will that do if no one else does?
You really don't understand anything, do you? You think I just want to get me and my buddy out of this place? All I want is for Bahamut to master Femto Flare and live through this disaster. That's all that matters. You know what damage that ball has done to our world already, don't you? It destroyed the entire western half of Eternia. Whole seas dried up. Mountains gouged out of the land. If we are to defeat that ball before it destroys our entire world, we need Bahamut and Femto Flare. If I can just help Bahamut master Femto Flare, I know he'll defeat the ball for us, even if I'm long since gone. You think I enjoy this? Well, I don't. But I'll sacrifice everyone here if I need to, even myself! Ah!
I understand, Master Ominous. I've seen you give your own portions to Bahamut day after day.
What?
I know you wake up earlier than anyone to keep practicing the spell. You must be hungriest of all, yet...
Ominous, you've really been doing all that?
Tell us more about this Femto Flare.
Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand.
Why can't we? Give us a chance at least. Tell us what you're stuck on. Maybe we can help.
By unraveling the incantational bonds of a Jaw-class spell and refining it to its purest form through extensive training, it should become possible for a familiar of the same elemental persuasion to master the ultimate monster magic, in theory.
So it's not just a matter of practice, but teaching it to Bahamut in the first place? Sounds almost impossible.
As it should. They don't call it ultimate magic for nothing.
I assume the first step is learning the highest fire-type spell, Firaja. Is that right?
Yes, that's already out of the way.
Really? Ominous, you can use Firaja?
You really are always looking down on me, aren't you? You cheeky little... Listen, in order to use the ultimate monster magic Femto Flare, I have to first release the incantational bonds on Firaja. With enough training, it can then be acquired by a magical familiar, like Bahamut. That's the ultimate form of monster magic. I have to quickly break the limits on Firaja. Then maybe 3 days of non-stop training. No sleep, no rest. But even if Bahamut masters the spell, the question then becomes whether he'll still have the stamina to use it. If we just had a bit more food, it would buy us enough time to save everyone. And now you know what I'm up against. So, shoo, let me work in peace. It takes more strength and focus than you could possibly imagine to unravel a spell like Firaja on the incantational level.
You mean you've already started?
I started the day we got trapped. I've managed to break through everything up to the 4th level. Just one more to go. What was it the old man said? The king of all summons meets his match with the Giga-class flare, while Fey demons can even reach Zeta. Magical familiars are usually limited to the Pico class, but with the help of their human masters, this can be refined further. The ultimate monster magic, Femto Flare! We're nearly there, Bahamut! Nearly there!
Can we lay off the murderous rage a bit? Look, even your poor assistants are scared of you. I know Ominous is always setting you off. And now, that ultimate magic of his, Femto Flare, is that what's tickling your killer instinct? Idia read mine too much. Like sister. Idia never get married.
I forgot about that
Will
line.
ya? Never mind, Idia. But Ominous not fit to lead. I know. It seems like even Bahamut notices other people's feelings more than Ominous does. Artemia, aren't you getting hungry? Artemia, disciplined. Hunger, nothing. Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Imagine.
Artemia Odette. Parents of these three help Artemia. Treat Artemia good. Ask Artemia protect children. Artemia made promise. Protect no matter what. Idia, all life equal. Leader, bodyguard, helper, all same. Life, all equal. Human, Dagon, Frosty, all same. Grand Marshal, Pope, Sister, Idia, all equal. Yeah, we are.
Someone! Come quickly! It's Risotto! He started trembling! And feel this! He's burning up!
Idia, move! Injury somewhere. Wound fester.
Check his foot! He said he stepped on something the other day.
It's so swollen. Call for drastic measures. Hold arms and legs. Artemia remove pus. Drink this. Stop infection. 1 foot in grave.
We'll make sure he drinks every drop.
Bahamut! No, that's...
Don't worry. It took 3 of us to move that huge rock.
No, Bahamut! That's not for you! Hand it to Auntie Idia, okay?
Idia! What's the meaning of this? That's my...
Ominous, wait. I can explain. Idia hid food?
Artemia, I'm sorry.
It was my idea. With everyone fighting over food, I thought we should set it aside until we really needed it.
And I agreed.
Please understand.
Never mind any of that. The good news is that there's food!
Artemia, understand. Now we share food. Artemia, glad.
What do you mean, share? Look how little there is! How do you plan to share that?
What say, Ominous?
Foolish girl! Have you not been listening to a word I've said? If Bahamut can master the anti-ballistic Femto Flare, he will be the world's greatest hope! Got it? We need to focus on helping Bahamut in his training. Then we have to ensure that he gets out of here alive. That is all that matters. That food has to be used for Bahamut's survival and mine.
Ominous! Artemia say again and again, all life equal. Leader, bodyguard, slacker, all equal. Human, Dagond, all same. Any life can save world.
My father and the other townspeople. I'm sure they're coming to rescue us.
Shut your mouth, lackey! Unless you insist on proving how stupid you truly are. Even if your father realizes something's wrong, how many days do you think it will take to form a search party and find us? And even if they find us, how many more days will it take to clear a way for us to get out?
I guess I never...
You never thought. Yes, that's obvious enough. Idia, hand the food over to me.
Idia, all life equal. Must share food equally. If we split the food up evenly, like Artemia says...
There won't be much to go around. Even with careful rationing, it won't last more than 2 or 3 days.
That's all? And if Ominous is to succeed in teaching Bahamut Femtovlair...
It might take 3 days, or longer. There's no way to know. Nor do we know if anyone's coming for us.
What should I do? We all deserve to survive. So does that mean I should do as Artemia says and divide the food evenly? Or is it more important for the world that Bahamut survives? Meaning I should give the food to Ominous?
They both seem deadly serious. Take care, Idia. Whichever choice you make, I have a feeling we'll be facing stiff opposition from the losing party.
This is no easy choice. What should I do?
Obviously, share food evenly because I'm not a fucking asshole and want the Black Mage Asterisk first anyway.
What have you decided, Idia?
The food should be shared evenly. It's the only fair thing to do. Idia!
But Idia...
I know what you want to say, Tiz. I understand it rationally, but...
This won't do. She blew it. What with the Templar, I think. And that old geezer. The girl you two trusted. This foolish girl and her fool friends. They've turned their backs on our world. No, there's still time. Come now, Idia. You'll reconsider, right?
I'm sorry, Ominous. I've made up my mind. This food ought to be shared evenly.
Forgive me, Grand Marshal, but I'm going to have to fry your fool daughter to a crisp. Come, Bahamut. We have to win this battle for the sake of the world. For her? We have no choice. Burn them! Burn them all! You're about to face Black Mage Ominous Crow and his loyal partner, Bahamut. We will defeat you for Lux and Dark's sake. Aha!
I don't know how this will work. I'm gonna test it. Fuck it. Okay, yeah. One shots, my guys. Okay, yeah. That's fair.
Here I go! Hut!
Did nothing. Okay, yeah. That did decent bit.
Hey, it's my time to shine!
Did nothing, yeah.
This is the end for you!
Nope. Wait. Does the... Okay, so it does bring you back before the fight at least. Thank you. I don't have to sit through all that text again. Okay, let's try again.
This is no easy choice.
What have you done?
You're about to face Black Mage Ominous Crow and his loyal partner, Bahamut.
Okay.
We will defeat. Ah.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to take my medicine.
Fair enough.
Alright, who wants a beating?
Hit him with stop. Let's go.
That's enough! Fall back!
Okay, so that does not work properly. Good to know.
Oh, congratulations! I hope you have some plan to save
Yeah,
the world!
there will be.
Ropes! Untie me at once!
Finally came to your senses, huh? After all that yelling at us to come to ours. Can't you take a hint from Bahamut and be a good boy?
Bahamut, you're all right?
Of course. All life equal.
Aha!
There we go. Evenly portioned. We have enough for 30 meals. Artemia, we three, and Idia's party makes 8 of us all together.
Bahamut 9. Ominous 10. All life equal.
Didn't really say anything, but I
That's right.
forgot to
There's
unmute.
10 of us. That leaves 3
Imagine.
meals per person.
I'm just
We'll
sitting
just have
here
to make it last until help comes. All right. You know
just
you've been
waiting on
waiting,
this
so come
to
and
let
get
it
it.
show up.
Chew it real good and savor every bite, too. No wolfing it down in one gulp. I'm looking at you, Bahamut.
Ah! Curse you all! Hurry and untie me! We might still have enough time! If I could just teach Femto Flare to Bahamut, if you would just let me try! Curse it!
How's Risotto?
Artemia's medicine is working, thank goodness. His fever's gone down.
Ah, that's a relief. Here, let's all take turns caring for him.
Thank you. I can watch him for now. Please, go rest.
Okay. We're going to make it through this, everyone. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are we?
back safe in Yunohana. They've put us up in the bathhouse.
They found us. Is everyone okay?
We're all fine. You and Magnolia are up and moving too.
Artemia? The kids?
They all made it back safely. They're out getting food right now, in fact. We figured you'd be grouchy when you woke up with an empty stomach.
What about Ominous and Bahamut?
They both made it. They're helping out in the boiler room, preparing hot water for the baths.
Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong? Are you still having second thoughts? Going against Ominous and giving up on the femto flare?
No. I don't regret anything. I'd make the same decision again if I had to. Besides, I'm sure those two will master femto flare someday.
Yeah, I imagine they will.
Ah, la vache, c'est magnifique! Oh my, what a splendid banquet! Miss Idia, the townspeople have all come to express their thanks. Prepare your stomach, Idia. I see a great feast in our future.
Okay, time to do main quest, since I just finished all the side questing. So what are you doing?
Screenshotting something in a channel.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so this person said something that's a little bit weird. Possibly messed up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so just check no mic.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing to say.
The crystal.
I read further.
You're not going anywhere.
Huh? You!
Finally figured out what we're up to, huh, you? Give the kid a cookie. Too bad it's too late to stop us. The earth, wind, and fire crystals are already running wild, and the water crystals within our grasp.
So it's true. You intend to pierce the boundary between worlds.
And what if we are? You gonna stop
Oh my
us?
god.
Even if it means killing me?
You bet we'll stop you.
You don't sound so sure of yourself, but that's nothing new. Be as wishy-washy as you want. Doesn't change my job. I'm here to cut you down and settle the score once and for all. Let's finish this.
God damn it. That was well deserved.
What's the matter, you? You aren't gonna beat me that way. You were always too soft. Remember our old fencing lessons?
Yeah, I remember. The moment you start worrying about your foe, you're dead.
Damn it.
I'm gonna log on Linkcraft for the first time in a while.
But you weren't always my foe, Jan. At least tell me this. Why are you trying to break the boundary between worlds?
Isn't it obvious? To end this rotten world. Then we can start over, from the beginning. When the 4 crystals run amok, the world we know will die. And a new world will be born in its place.
Not how it works.
What?
They're talking about ending the world to yada yada to put a new world in its place, but that's literally not how it works.
The world's not the happy place you think it is. The Crystal Guard, all the pomp and glory and banners touting justice for all, they're just a facade, hiding endless tragedy and cruelty.
Creating a new world is easier said than done,
You refuse to see
to be honest.
the lot within.
Yeah, but the whole thing they're trying to do is break the boundaries between worlds. What they're saying is, oh, we're doing it because when the crystals run amok, this world will end. That's not how it works. At all. It's just a link to another world.
Enough! I'm tired of talk. Come at me, you.
Interesting.
Let's settle this. And no half-hearted thrusts. For once in your life, fight like you mean it.
Jesus Christ, I'm almost at 400k jumps on Linkcraft.
This strat is stupid. What I'm doing is letting him tear himself down, and it's really dumb strat that will only barely work, because I have enough, mana restorations for this to be fine. Because I can't attack him. Because he refuses to leave a stance that counters 75% of the time you hit him. I think I can hit him with magic, but that's it.
So you're basically just PP stalling him? The equivalent?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can hit him with magic, and that's it.
I remember reading the comments on one of the world records that Worcester set on Pokemon Soul Silver, and they said, "We no longer live in a world where the Heart Gold Soul Silver world record uses Struggle on Jasmine," because that happened.
Yeah.
Because basically you have to. He ends up using choice specs for his main Pokemon, so it becomes really important to, you know, optimize the PP on whatever move you're going to use for a given battle, and he has to optimize using as few Shadow Balls as possible before Jasmine Steelix, and basically for, like, I think it was 1 in 200 for him to not actually kill the Steelix.
Sounds about right.
Because, four of his Shadow Balls didn't lower special defense. None of his Shadow Balls crit, and if any of his Shadow Balls crit, he would have won. And his first two, not first two, I think the fourth and fifth Shadow Balls had to both be exact minimum rolls, which at that particular damage range was a 2 in 16 chance.
Okay, apparently he can just one-shot some guys if they're not defending. Great, great, perfect, just absolutely lovely.
Oh my god.
Right, don't use hammer, he physically counters that. Like an odd idiot, don't do the thing he can counter.
Does Citra have save states?
Yes.
Does it have re-recording?
That's a good question. I don't know. I know it has save states. I don't know about re-recording. Okay, he changed stance. Let's fucking go. I can finally stop fucking defending and start just laying waste to this asshole. Okay, that was my fault. I should have known that was gonna happen. Out of everybody you have to target is the one character I literally just revived. Thanks, game. Damn it! Couldn't you have gone second, third in that combo, so one character didn't have to be dead during that? Whatever.
Finally! Finally got you to fight for real. You? But that still won't cut it.
Jan! A fall from this height.
Except he's not falling. You can literally see his coat on the edge of the screen. Because they didn't move him down far enough.
Onward to Florum.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Let's make for Florum.
Right! We have to get to the Temple of Water before the Kaiser can get his hands on the crystal.
But how? Master's leaky old dinghy's taken us about as far as it can go.
We'll have to cross open seas to reach Florum. Maybe we can ask about a more reliable vessel in Unohana.
Great idea, sir. It sits right on the ocean. Surely they'd have ships to charter.
Oh, and I was looking forward to feeling the waves on my face again.
Yeah, you're the only one. You guys are no fun. My, is your hand bothering you, Your Majesty?
It is nothing. I have left that far in the past. The past, the future, and all that comes between. I deny it all.
A moment of your time, Your Majesty. Jan has not returned. I would request permission to see to his whereabouts.
Your Majesty, the Blazing Wolf's not going to be happy about being treated like a pup. Besides, I believe we have more important matters to attend to.
Anna is right. Set a course for the Temple of Water.
Your Majesty, if you would at least let me...
I think I'm going to have to deny that. No offense, Your Majesty.
You return.
Angelo Oscar Vincenzo Olivier Panettone, Patissier non Perel, at your service. Or something. What say you let me take a crack at cleaning up those meddlesome crumbs?
Intriguing. But why you, Angelo? You would seek revenge for Amy?
Revenge? Hardly. Just because that foul-mouthed tart had a thing for me, why should I give two whisks about her? Useless to the end, that woman. Couldn't even hold a simple bridge.
Awfully talkative today, aren't we? If I didn't know better, I'd say the loss of your girlfriend has really put a fly in your batter.
Alright, rank 3.
Very well. Do as you wish.
Okay.
But we will not wait long. Should you fail, do not bother reporting back.
Whatever you say, boss. Your Majesty. I'll be going now, then. With me, ladies.
Forever and ever, Chef!
Your Majesty, surely it would be wiser to send me, your loyal lieutenant, instead of these...
Oh, go take a nap, old man. I have everything under control. Or maybe you could join your sweet little Pope for high tea. Don't think I haven't noticed you sneaking sweets into her cell. It'd almost be touching if it didn't make me sick.
The gall!
Well, there's another side quest that I'm not doing right now.
Why, hello! It's so nice to see you again. Will you be staying the night, or are you just here for a quick bath? We have rose baths today. Every bath is filled with beautiful petals and exfoliating thorns.
That sounds great, Sakura. But actually, we could really use your help.
A ship, you say? I fear I'm just a humble stewardess. You should speak with Lord Arima.
Lord Arima?
Yes, the Lord of Yunohana. If you visit the castle, he should be happy to grant you an audience.
That makes sense. Thanks.
Well, let's go see if this lord has a ship for us.
Oh. OBS has gone dead. Is Discord still alive or no? I'm gonna take that as a no. I mean, good thing I have good thing I'm offline recording.
Welcome, travelers. I am Kusatsu Arima IV, Lord of the Baths. Your arrival in our nation has made quite the splash. I hear it you fight the Empire. If you need anything at all, just say the word. I will happily pool my resources for you.
Thank you, your lordship. As a matter of fact...
A ship, you say? Why, that's as simple as soap and water.
Okay.
My favorite lacquered gondola is at the docks, adorned ornately with the Arima family crest. Please,
What was that
think
about?
of it as your own.
What now?
Another
What was that about?
Oh, my internet went out.
Actually, we were looking for
Oh,
something
great.
a bit more
Yeah.
ocean-worthy and bigger.
That's one idea down
Thanks,
the
Pathetic
drain.
Bunny, for
And
making
yet,
this server
I
have
hear
one
it is
result
only
instead of 0
vessel.
for the term warm urine.
If only there were some way to...
Ew.
No, that's impossible.
What's impossible?
Alas, an intractable clog. If you wish to venture into the open seas, I suggest you wait for a merchant vessel to call it port.
But how long is that gonna
If
take?
you look at No Mike, then TMCB found the screenshots I posted. He is
Now,
very
my friends,
against
no need to get so
the
lathered
Discord
up.
server the screenshots are from.
Come, let us nibble on something sweet, and we shall ponder this.
I think I actually
bubblesome
wouldn't have
issue
posted them
together.
like here if I remembered that he was in the server.
Something sweet?
I did. It just so happens a
Fair
Italian
enough.
confectioner was recently drawn to our baths. He presented me with
The
an
screenshots
offering
are
of
still wild
desserts,
though.
Yeah.
but I fear they will be too sweet for my sophisticated palate. Perhaps you will find them more to your liking.
Hey, I bet these are from that traveling pastry chef we met back in Heartschild.
Of course, it didn't count the fact that I went offline as any sort of dropped frames. So it's still 0%.
It's worth asking.
Gaming.
They're all different.
The
Let's each pick one, and then we can go look for them.
the computer, the drop frames are still at 0, so because when I lost internet, it just said no. It's not gonna count those as dropped frames.
First come, first served. Oh, they all look so yummy.
Whatever.
I think I'll have un petit
Did
peu.
OBS tell you that you disconnected?
Yeah, it told me I disconnected and then said I reconnected. Yeah.
Then did it restart the timer there?
No. Still an hour
That's
30.
so weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unclench those fists now. No, you don't need to crack your knuckles.
I know. Why don't we let you decide who gets first dibs?
It's gonna be you, Tiz.
I'm sure you.
Because
would
the other
choose
two are gonna be
wisely.
useless
Won't you,
if they,
Murder girl. Why do I feel like I'm being sandbagged? You? I'm trusting you won't be swayed by any saucy wiles. Got it?
Right. Whatever you say. In that case,
the best pick is Tiz because, neither of them are going. They will literally both be useless during this fight if they,
Gosh, really? I can go first? Okay, then. I'll take the mixed nut tart Nirvana. It looks really filling. Well, here goes nothing.
I probably should have restocked the,
This is
potion, the elixirs or whatever they're called before this fight, but whatever.
It's that good?
Oh yeah, believe you me. I can't quite describe it, but it's like eating an incredibly delicious forest. Eterni almonds, eisennuts, harinastachios, twilight walnuts. It's chock full of them. The greatest and tastiest nuts in all of Luxendark, all in one incredible dessert. They're covered in this amazing buttery nougat. The whole thing is sweet and savory and nutty all at the same time. It's like my tongue's being tickled by treants.
sir?
What's got into Tiz? Man, oh man! That must be one serious tart to turn on old Tiz like that. Well, guess it's my turn.
No.
Wait, something's not right.
Tiz? Are you okay, sir? Tiz? No, something's definitely not right.
I've seen this look before. Of course, the people in Heartschild. There must have been something in that tart.
Bazooks! Could it have been poisoned?
Not poison.
I don't know.
But
we
he's
shouldn't
about to
wait
turn
now.
into a ghost.
Let's throw it out. That's no way to treat my delectable delicacies. I remember you. You're the pastry chef from Heartsfest.
What did you put in that tart?
No artificial ingredients, if that's what you're implying. Just pure, unadulterated genius. My creations don't just taste magical, you see. They have certain effects on the eater. These cakes include an extra dash of inspiration I added just for you. Taste and behold the result, my dear diners. A one-way ticket to heaven.
Huh? What's happening? Sir? I'm disappearing.
Oh, and there he goes. He's disappeared.
What? What did you do to him? Didn't we just go over this? My cakes are so divine, anyone who tastes one is whisked straight off to heaven. Of course, in heaven you have no body, and you can't move or talk. I like to call it death by delicious.
You villain! Is this what you did to all those poor people in Heartschild too?
That's right, and they savored every moment.
Just who the heck are you anyway? Wait, I bet he's working for...
Angelo Ovio Panettone, patissier non parel. Charmed, I'm sure. Personal confectioner to the Kaiser, and proud owner of the Patissier Asterisk. My boss was sick of you meddling in his affairs, so here I am. Ladies!
Yes, Chef!
Right on cue. Now let's hear it. My sweets are...
To die for!
My face is...
To die for!
And these losers can...
Go to heaven!
It's time for dessert! Lick their plates clean!
Oh my god, it's a boss fight.
I am Angelo Panettone, holder of the Patissier Asterisk. By whisk and by spatula, I create a profusion of pastries, a
Gonna
symphony
play
of
some more
sweets.
Endurance
The
Hall.
women of the world swoon at the taste of my delicacies and
Fair.
the sight of my face.
Heavenly.
Yeah, ghosts can only use magic. I know.
You're the ones who took out Amy?
Wait, you're the darling she was going on about?
Oh, don't remind me. Yes, she was fond of that word. But I assure you, I was not her darling. I show her a little bit of kindness, and the woman is hopelessly enamored with me. Not the first time that's happened, of course. But over and over, sweetie this, darling that. I can't stand the clingy types.
You're a real jerk, you know that? Can't you see that she loved you?
Huh, that's rich, coming from the kid who beat her in battle. You think I wanted to come all the way out here to play babysitter? Yet here I am, all because she couldn't take care of business. That woman continues to give me nothing but grief.
Murder everybody, why don't you? Okay, yeah. Everybody just gets one shot. That's fair as fuck. Yup.
What boss is that?
It's a story boss. A pretty easy one, but it's deciding to be a bitch. You know what? No, I'm gonna go do the... I'm gonna do the side quest for this.
Sitting here in the sun, eating dumplings, for a moment you can almost forget that the world is in danger. Huh? What's the matter, you? You look troubled.
It's nothing, really. Just that whenever I look away for a moment, I seem to end up with fewer dumplings. It's a real mystery. Wouldn't you say, Idia?
Did you say something?
And see? I turn back this way and once again, fewer dumplings. Such an enigma. Isn't it, Magnolia?
Indeed. An enigma.
Did you hear that, my dear Whitson? This has all the makings of a case!
Right you are, Sholmes.
Huh?
The owner of those dumplings reports that each time he looks away, his dumplings go missing.
It's very clear who's taking the dumplings.
Yes. It looks like we have a serial dumpling napper on our hands, Sholmes.
Are the dumplings being abducted for monetary gain, or out of personal spite? Or is there some hidden tragedy behind it?
There's nothing
Quite the
behind it.
conundrum.
It's very...
What's with those two? Another plate of dumplings here, please? And some more of that strong brewed tea, too. And the same here, please. They do seem quite the odd couple.
Sholmes, it's almost time for you to be going.
I say so it is. Blast these interviews.
So who do you hope will recruit you? The hard-boiled police inspector, or the sharp-witted private investigator?
To be frank with you, old chum, I have not been able to decide. One of those, wallaby mochi, if you please.
I believe that's Wadabi Mochi, Sholmes. And I'll have the same. At any rate, how fortunate you are to have the choice. Really, what a family you come from. This inspector from the municipal police is related to you in some way, didn't you say?
Yes, good Uncle Heinkel. Now Inspector Argent Heinkel, to be precise.
Idia, what's the matter?
And that private investigator, too. Kunoichi Kikyo, the Silent Sleuth, as her fans describe her. She's from your mother's side of the family, is she not?
What?
Oh, drink, drink.
Here you are, sir. Stay with us.
Nearly killed two of the people in the cutscene, yep.
I'm sorry, but would you mind keeping it down?
Are you kidding me? You expect me to keep my mouth shut after hearing something like that? Heinkel, an inspector. Kikyo, a private eye, for reals?
Just who are you fellows? Oh, I say, this wallaby mochi is marsupialicious.
Man, if only I wasn't a terrible player. Maybe then I Wouldn't
so
be
this is where
terrible.
you've been hiding. I'm afraid I'll have to postpone our interview today.
Argent Heinkel, holder of the Knight Asterisk. As erstwhile captain of the Eternian Sky Knights.
In reality, I just need to figure out how to focus harder, but
A hardened warrior.
I actually
dedicated to
can't
his
do that on
cause,
command.
And trusted by those who serve him.
Fair enough.
By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Like, there are some times where I just, like, get lucky with one thing and get a new PB, and then, like, I'm instantly laser focused because I'm on a new PB and I feel like I really have to make progress.
Never mind. Do you want to help or not?
And I don't know how that
Can't have
works,
anything else planned.
but
Heinkel,
at this point, I'm just, like, you know, if it...
You heard us, didn't you?
I'll
I'm busy with an
just take
investigation.
advantage of
Idle
it when it
questions can
happens,
wait.
and
I'll be
try
going
not
ahead,
to
Sholmes.
notice
I'll see
that
you
I'm
at the
laser
crime scene.
focused. Because noticing that I'm focused breaks my focus,
Something just
which
came
is great.
flying. A kunai, and with a note tied to it, no less. Quickly, let us examine the evidence. Asked to investigate Starkfoot murder. Must delay meeting. Kikyo. Aunt Kikyo!
Konoe Kikyo, the silent Kunoichi, holder of the Ninja Asterisk. Idia encountered her in Heartschild when Kikyo served as a key member of the Black Blade's covert forces. Too shy to express her thoughts to others face to face, this woman of many masks hides great secrets within her silence. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Dear Aunt Kikyo, won't you ever speak to me directly? But never mind that. Come, Whitson, her case calls.
Right you are, Sholmes.
Hold up. Can someone explain what is going on? Argent Heinkel, Knights Captain of the Eternian Sky Knights, is now a hard-boiled inspector in the Unohana PD. And Kikyo, lethal assassin of the Black Blades, is now famous as the Silent Sleuth?
Things certainly have changed. And what about those other two?
Oh, Sholmes and Whitson? They said they were members of a sleuthing club.
A sleuthing club? So they're private investigators too?
Not quite. Apparently it was a school club, but they've kept at it since graduating. They're just playing detective.
Give me a break. Aren't they both older than me?
Oh, but that Sholmes fellow comes from quite the family. His grandfather was a world-famous private detective. His father is a police commissioner, and his mother is a celebrated mystery novelist. What's more, his aunts, uncles, and cousins are all involved in solving crimes one way or another. What a pedigree.
So, what should we do, Idia?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Well, I mean, as the Eternian representative in the party.
I was afraid you'd
Yeah,
mention that.
it was deserved.
They said they were going to Starkfort, didn't they? Come on, guess we are too.
What?
So I'm doing side quest because this is a side quest I actually really want to do because I need the dual wield skill. Otherwise, I'm never gonna be able to do like any actual physical targeting damage.
Like, what is that? Like double your damage essentially?
It allows weapons to have full damage when you're dual wielding. Or triple wielding, or quad wielding. Yeah. So it is a really, really good skill to have for physical damage. Starkfort, for sale by owner. That wasn't necessary. So, level 34. That's not too bad. I'm one level off of that. I should be able to easily get there. Of course, I'm not going to do it in the fort because I'm not insane.
Oh my god, I'm bad.
I forgot to re-equip that skill. That's my fault. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Alright.
Okay, I'm back. So how's Minecraft parkour going?
I just checked, I checked the fucking staff channel in a Discord I'm in, and apparently someone doxed the #1 parkour player in the world.
Why?
From the... They used to be good friends with them, and then they split up, and the #1 parkour player has not said shit about it because, you know, he decided to move on.
You know, act like an adult, yeah.
And Juniper apparently has just not been able to stop talking about him.
Huh.
It's Magnolia on kitchen duty, right? She's taking a long time.
She's putting a lot of effort into her meals these days.
Whew, that should do it. Sorry for the wait, everyone. I'm famished!
This looks... simple.
A slice of apple, prawns, well, 1, 3 slices of cucumber.
Grated lettuce, a tiny crepe with a teaspoon of jam.
Plus a mini roll in consomme.
It's like breakfast at the bathhouse.
Hotel Breakfast a la Moon, with recipes courtesy of Sakura.
Breakfast? Oh, I get it! A breakfast buffet!
So this is what Sakura has been teaching you?
That's right. I've been dying to show you what I learned, and I finally got my chance.
So what's the a la moon bit this time?
The cucumber and the crepe.
Oh, really? It just looks like a simple cucumber and crepe to me.
Sakura told me one of her secrets. When guests stay at the bathhouse, they usually go out for lunch and have big banquets in the evening. Breakfast is their one chance to eat a simple, healthy meal. You have to look after their stomachs. That's what makes her such a great hostess. Anyway, I was so impressed that I tried to do exactly what she said. But even more so, that's the a la moon bit. I made the crepes super light and sliced the cucumber even thinner than normal. Voila!
Wow, it's true. I can see your face right through it.
That is impressive, except...
Oh, Magnolia, you got it completely wrong. This is not what Sakura meant.
Why, Idia!
When she said you have to look after guests' stomachs, she didn't mean starve them. She meant pay attention to what they need. What do you think we've been doing all day? Traipsing around a cursed castle, that's what! Doing some serious adventuring! Oh, do you think that's what we want after a hard day's work? To sit around nibbling see-through cucumber slices?
Oh, when you put it that way.
Well, I like it. It's just what I wanted. I mean, Idia, that deep-fried pork medley you made for lunch was pretty filling.
Not to mention the liver and steak challenge plate we had for breakfast.
Yeah, but come on! You're a man, aren't you? Only a rabbit could survive on stuff as thin and flavorless as this.
But you've already had seconds of everything. And I suppose you'll be wanting thirds?
Thirds, fourths, fifths, whatever it takes to get full.
This consomme really hits the spot.
Time to actually play the game.
Idia, you're late.
I'm sorry, sir. We were just... Wait. Why am I in trouble?
Miss Idia, forgive me. I did not realize that you were acquainted with my dear Uncle Heinkel and Aunt Kikyo.
Don't worry about it. Just don't tell me about any more of your relatives.
Now then, allow me to bring you up to speed. The victim was one Lord Earl Gulliver, famous around these parts for his considerable wealth. Real well known. He was alone in this room when he was stabbed in the back by an unknown assailant. He appears to have died on the spot. These three here claim to have discovered the body simultaneously. First, we have Lord Gulliver's wife, Madame Golddigger. Next, the current landowner of Starkfort, Mr. Land Lesser. And finally, Lord Gulliver's financial advisor, Noah Interest of Eisenbank.
The murderer is within our midst!
Soames, get yourself under control, or I'll do it for you.
So sorry, Uncle. I've just always wanted to say that.
So the three of you discovered Lord Gulliver's body simultaneously. Could you tell us the circumstances?
We came to inspect the property. My husband was interested in purchasing it as a vacation home. At first, we toured each floor together. Earl, myself, and these two. Until we reached this top floor, that is. My husband, a military history buff, became so enamored with this room that he showed no sign of leaving.
And so we escorted the madam down to the 5th floor to show her a bit more of the fort.
My word, did you see him? He's like a child in a candy store.
And why shouldn't he be happy? Why, to have such a young and beautiful wife at his age, Lord Gulliver is a lucky man indeed.
Now, if you would allow me, madam, it would be my pleasure to show you the 5th floor.
No, if you don't mind, I'd like to look around on my own a bit.
Of course. As you wish, milady.
The Lord's a real character, isn't he? To think of buying a gloomy fort like this as a vacation home. And his wife. A young woman wanting to be left alone in this kind of place. She's an odd duck herself.
Well, I'll have not a bad word to say about either if they take this place off my hands.
Indeed.
Oh, back so soon, milady?
Yes, I've seen more than enough. Is my husband still upstairs?
Engrossed in the ambiance of the fort, no doubt. What say we go rouse him from his reverie?
And so no one had gone in or out of this room that whole time? If so, that would practically make this a bona fide locked room mystery.
Indeed so. Mr. Lesser and I were standing at the base of these stairs the entire time.
Precisely. And no one went past us to reach the upper floor.
And the murder weapon?
This single-edged dagger here, it was found on the floor beside the victim. It matches up to the stab wound as well.
I've got it! The murderer must have prepared a...
Genius, Sholmes! Then the ice would have melted.
The cause of death was clearly the stab wound. I'll thank you not to muddy our investigation with frivolous conjecture, Sholmes.
My dear Whitson, have a look at this rope.
Brilliant, Sholmes.
That's our rope, you fools! It says YHPD right on it!
Do you see that there? The murderer is...
Sholmes, you know I would never...
Just...
I hate to say it, but aren't those two just getting in the way?
You do well to ignore them. His parents begged me to give him a chance. I suspect it was much the same for you, Kunoichi Kikyo Pi.
That's all we've learned about Lord Gulliver, sir.
Carry on, then. We need to determine the motive, whether it was monetary or some personal grudge. Next!
Inspector Heinkel, sir. We searched the walls from top to bottom, but found no evidence of any secret passages.
You gave them each a good whack, I trust?
A good what?
I'm asking whether you were thorough enough to give the walls a good hard knock or not.
No, sir.
Then don't say you searched top to bottom. Get some more men and start knocking walls before I knock you one in the head. Leave not a single stone unturned. I want every inch of this fort searched.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, I must say, my deductions have led me to believe that the murderer must have hidden beneath...
Oh, we have work to do, Sholmes. Try not to get in the way, will you? How about you, Idia? Have you noticed anything odd?
I'd say the banker and the landowner both strike me as a bit suspicious.
You think so, hmm? Well, what have we found out?
Sir, we did a background check on Mr. Lesser, but found nothing particularly noteworthy. He seemed quite pleased with the prospect of having Lord Gulliver take both the land and the building off his hands. The same for the banker, Mr. Noah Entrust. He stood to gain nothing from Lord Gulliver's untimely death.
Any ties between the two?
None. They say that today was their first time meeting one another.
If those two weren't in cahoots, then this really is a locked room case. We've found no evidence to identify a suspect definitively. But if we consider motive alone...
The one who would benefit most from Lord Gulliver's death would be his wife, who stands to inherit all his massive wealth.
True, but would she really try something so obvious?
So you thought so too. Let's look into her story without any preconceived notions. Listen, men, every shred of evidence we gather brings us one step closer to catching our perp. A formal investigation is painstaking and laborious. But if we're thorough in the task, we will surely bring the culprit to justice.
Yes, sir.
What command! What presence! Now that is what true detective work is all about! Sorry, Aunt Kikyo, but I think the Force is the place for me to lead an investigative team. Surely you agree, my...
To think that you became a private investigator. Well, I guess it's no more surprising than Heinkel working for the police. So tell me, how does the Silent Sleuth see this case? As talkative as ever. That's some trick to pull off an investigation without ever opening your mouth.
All we know at present is that the victim was stabbed in the back with no sign of any struggle. We can assume that the murderer was someone close to the late lord, which rules out Mr. Lesser, as the two had only just met today. However, that fat banker might be a different story. Mr. Entrust is worth looking at, as of course is the young wife. She has the most obvious motive, but we have no actual proof, not to mention how she could gain entry.
Lavash!
That is simply astounding. I've never heard anyone speak so rapidly. It's like she didn't even stop to breathe.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it never fails to leave an impression.
Sholmes, she spoke! Right you are, old chum. I dare say we have just experienced the Silent Sleuth's ninja power.
But Kikyo, do you really think she could kill him in one go with those skinny arms?
Quite so. Aunt Kikyo, there must be another suspect. Hide...
You! Zip it! You know, Kikyo, the murderer must have been a pretty skilled assassin to pull this off.
What?
Lord Gulliver was stabbed right through to the heart. To deal such a blow with a rusted and neglected knife, such as this one here, would surely take 2 hands and the full weight of a body behind it. Yet look at this. The silver blade is discolored and there's purple mottling at the base of the neck. Evidence that the blade was coated with some kind of poison. All the murderer had to do was scratch Gulliver's skin, and here, this cut on the victim's leather belt shows that there was at least one missed strike, a derelict weapon, a wasted poison, a needlessly difficult method of killing. In short, this murder was no experienced assassin, but a rank amateur.
Right, not at all your style. I'm sorry for suggesting it. Which leaves us with the wife as the prime suspect after all.
Madam Golddigger, I'm afraid we'll need to take you into custody as a material witness.
You mean, as a suspect? Oh, ridiculous! I didn't do it!
I can understand why you might say that. Madam, I do not enjoy using force. I suggest you come along quietly.
What insight, what acumen, to determine so much from a single knife! It pains me to discount my uncle's work, but there is nothing... Do you not agree, my good Whitson? The poor woman. Material witness or no, to be confined to the very room in which one's husband was brutally murdered.
At least she should be safe, with the room being locked and all.
Keep watch on Madam Golddigger. No one comes up or down these stairs, got it? Sholmes, what do you two intend to do?
We thought to examine this floor in further detail.
By Jove, I think...
What?
Sorry.
Ugh. The rest of you come with me. The lower floors need thorough inspection.
Huh? What happened to Kikyo?
Before we knew it, she had dashed off somewhere. Oh, and she left behind this note.
Investigating downstairs. Maybe she has a lead.
Oh, Miss Idia.
So, I hear your family is something else, Sholmes.
I wouldn't say that.
Really? Grandfather, a famous private detective? Father, a famous police commissioner? A best-selling mystery novelist for a mother? Not to mention Heinkel and Kikyo. I'd say that's pretty darn impressive.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I'm far less so. To be honest, it's quite a burden. I had hoped the two of you might understand how I feel. The daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia, and the young heir to the illustrious House Genealogia.
Well, you know yourself best. So, what are you gonna do? Planning to enter the Unihana PD? Or is the life of a PI more for you?
They both have their own appeal, of course. Should I join the police, master the art of leading an investigation, and hone my innate leadership skills as I work toward the top? Or should I use the deductive genius I was born with to become a famous PI, solving cases that have baffled ordinary minds the realm over? Miss Idia, which do you think would be a better use of my considerable talents?
Well, when you put it that way, basically it comes down to whether you'd rather start your career working for Heinkel or Kikyo, right? I bet whoever you turned down would try and convince you to reconsider. With force.
Do you really think so? Both my aunt and uncle seem frustrated with my aimless nature. I've come to think that they might even be relieved to not have me follow in their footsteps.
You may be less of a self-important spoiled brat than I thought. That's some insight after all. I guess it does run in the family. My advice would be to just watch carefully how both Heinkel and Kikyo approach their work.
Observation is one of the most fundamental skills for any investigator, to be sure.
Don't give up. Oh, you're not with Sholmes?
We are fast friends and partners, but even we don't spend all our waking hours together. On a case, we stick to our own specialties and try not to interfere with each other's processes.
Your specialties?
Sholmes tends to rely on instinct and inspiration to make his deductions. I prefer to quietly analyze the details of a crime. I suppose we are both the products of our environments.
You also come from quite the family, huh? No less impressive than Sholmes, at least.
Oh, please, come off that. Sholmes' grandfather was a world-famous detective. Mine was a world-famous detective's aide. Sholmes' father became police commissioner, while mine was never promoted beyond lieutenant. His mother is a best-selling mystery novelist. Mine, a best-selling mystery novelist's assistant. Sholmes comes from a line of brilliant deductive geniuses, while I come from a line of glorified sidekicks. There are no Inspector Hankels or Silent Sleuth Kikyos among my relatives. Not that I'd expect the heirs to the houses of Lee and Genioja to understand.
So what are you gonna do once Sholmes figures out his career path?
Who knows? I can only do what I can, quietly, out of the spotlight.
I see. Sorry to interrupt your investigation.
He's almost like a different person when he's not together with Sholmes.
Oh, Idia. I'll not be taking any ridiculous questions about why a knight like myself is now working for some backwater municipal police force.
Heinkel!
Do not worry. I have not betrayed your father's trust, nor have I turned my back on Eternia. My business is mine alone. Further prying will get no more out of me.
Murderer.
I would not object to telling you the tale, but now is not the time. I suggest you desist.
Inspector! You must see this, sir!
Understood. I'm on my way.
Heinkel!
What more can you have to pester me about?
Just, why are you still wearing that? I mean, you don't usually see a crime scene investigator in full plate armor.
Ha! Have you ever seen me in anything else? It'll take more than a job change to get me to lay these aside. Not to mention my great shield.
If you say so.
Sir! Ah! Can you simpletons go 1 minute without hounding me? What is it this time?
It's Madame Golddigger, sir. She's dead.
What's that you say?
I heard a noise and came running, but she was already cold.
Did she do this herself? A murder-suicide?
A fine mess this has become.
The madam is dead? Oh, say it is not so!
Madame Golddigger as well? But what about the sale?
That's hardly...
Is it true? Lord Gulliver's wife dead as well?
Whitson! Quick to the scene, I see.
Ugh, everyone's already here but you, Sholmes.
So, Madame Goldigger...
And just why do you think that, Sholmes?
Call it a sixth sense? A flash of insight? A strong hunch? And it tells me now that...
Come, Sholmes, even for you, that's a bit... What's that?
A note. I shall follow where you go. Did Madame Goldigger write this?
She killed herself out of...
No. This was surely planted by the murderer.
Hang on, where's the challenge in there?
There must be a hidden message. If we...
There's only one sentence!
Oh, enough! We start the investigation from the top. Yeah, what a miserable day.
Heinkel, how sure are we that this room is really secure?
We've been over every inch and found not a single hidden passage. It's a sealed chamber if I ever saw one.
Kikyo, you stayed here when you were with the Black Blades, didn't you? How well did you all know the fort?
When I was stationed here as part of the Black Blades covert forces, I knew every hidden passage in this fort. It appears, however, that there have been renovations since then, which could very well mean...
All right, listen up. I want you to go over every square inch of this room with a fine-tooth comb. Leave no stone unturned.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Uncle Heinkel. We'd like to have a word with you.
What is it this time, Sholmes?
I just thought, perhaps we should consult with Mr. Lesser. He is the owner of the fort.
Not bad.
Renovations? I'm afraid any such work would have occurred before I acquired the property.
But you should have records showing the name of the former owner, yes? The one who carried out said renovations?
Yes, I believe I do.
I thought as much. Just as you should have records of the two of us working here. Isn't that...
That's true enough.
I remember it well. We were still students then. It was the best...
Why, yes, it was.
You heard the man. Go to Mr. Lesser's office and bring me the names of everyone involved with the renovation work.
Yes, sir.
Not too shabby, Sholmes. You might have what it takes to pull off an investigation. With careful police work and keen instinct, both.
I wonder. In truth, I still can't decide. Am I best suited to the life of an inspector, tirelessly pursuing criminals through steady, thorough investigation? Or am I destined to become a genius detective, using logic and inspiration to track down the most evasive criminal masterminds?
You gotta pick one, huh?
Well, here we go.
I think you should follow in Heinkel's footsteps. Now's not the time for you to be running around on your own as a private eye, with nothing to guide you but your hunches. Start off by working with people who have experience. Learn the ropes of how to investigate, then go from there. If you do that, I bet you'll make a great inspector someday.
Why, yes. When you put it that way, it's elementary. I'll train to become an inspector.
Kikyo?
I was asked by your parents to help you find a job, a sheltered little fool I barely have any ties to, but still I agreed to watch over you, even though I would rather do anything else, and this is how you repay me, you ingrate?
Kikyo?
And you. I knew you had more muscles than brains, but are you truly so foolish as to think that you could suggest that Sholmes become an inspector and it wouldn't end with you battling me, Idia?
I mean, she literally called it like 20 minutes ago. That, yeah, no matter which one you choose, the other one was going to fight.
Oh, give me a break. The silent sleuth ninja Konoe Kikyo appears. That's what you want to say, right? So let's get on with it already.
This is the end for you!
Let's give him all we've got!
Alright, who wants a beating?
Damn it.
I'm... I think you should...
looking better than ever.
Let's finish this!
Cuspacio!
Say your prayers!
There we go, I beat the boss fight. Let's go.
Nice.
I realized I never put the defeat counter back up. There was, what, 2 this stream? That's 23 then?
So I lost to you. Who'd have thought you were this strong?
Who are you?
The game is up, Whitson. There's no place for you to run.
What?
You hoped that I wouldn't follow my Uncle Heinkel in his line of work. You didn't want a formal investigation to uncover the truth, that you were here at this very fort 2 years ago. That you knew of a certain feature of this fort, and that you...
Let us end this charade.
Whoa!
When all you had was a laughable dream of becoming a private investigator, I could turn a blind eye. But when you finally gave up your ridiculous posturing and did some real detective work, you became quite the nuisance.
What have you done with Kikyo?
I don't have to answer to you. If you care so much, find her yourself.
Get back here! A secret passage! So this is how the perpetrator... And so they found the real Kikyo bound up in another of the fort's hidden corridors?
That's right. I'm just relieved she wasn't hurt. Sholm says she was lured out by a false promise of information, then taken captive.
But in the end, we still don't know the truth of what happened?
Well, thanks to Inspector Heinkel's investigation, several facts have come to light.
Lord Gulliver's murder was the sole work of Madame Goldigga, who was after his fortune from the beginning. She heard about the hidden corridor from Whitson. Apparently those two have a history together.
She just happened to hear about it?
Whitson mentioned the corridors when Lady Goldigga told him that her husband planned to purchase Starkford. Perhaps he also mentioned how ideally suited it was for staging the perfect murder.
A murder she then decided to carry out. Whatever he knew or didn't know, Whitson hurried to the crime scene under the pretense of investigating with Sholmes. Then Madame Goldigga misread his intentions, thinking he was there to help her. She tried over and over to get him on her side. In the end, she even tried threatening him, though we'll never be sure with what.
But what about the note we found? I shall follow where you go.
There were quite a few theories flying around about that note, weren't there? The Madam might have written it, or...
The truth seems to be that Lord Gulliver wrote that note himself.
He did?
I guess coming to Starkford and getting caught up in its history sparked the creative urge in him. That note was from a novel he was working on. They found the continuation of it with the rest of his belongings.
Oh, so it was just a red herring.
Forgive me. It's my fault for jumping to conclusions like I did.
Apologizing for a bad hunch? Who are you, and what did you do with the real Sholmes?
I'll take that as a compliment. Inspector Heinkel has been teaching me what it means to truly be a part of a real investigative team.
Sholmes, we have a case!
Yes, sir?
Go cordon off the scene and begin collecting evidence. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Yes, sir!
Crack that whip, Heinkel. Looks like you have some high hopes for him.
Well, as it turns out, his insight has proved quite invaluable to our investigations. The day might even come when he's the one ordering me around.
You don't seem too upset about that.
If you'll excuse me, I'm due at the scene. I can't let that sniveling little upstart think he's in charge quite yet. Be well, Idia.
It seems you chose well, Idia. Everything's working out wonderfully.
Yep. Not bad if I do say so myself. And I'm relieved that I gave Sholmes good advice for his future, too.
Excuse me, can I get a soybean mochi and another cup of strong tea?
Make that 2.
One for me, too. Let's make it 5 sets.
Coming right up!
But there's only 4 of... Oh.
I think I'm gonna call stream here.
Alright.
I might stream some more later, but not right now.